said that he doesn't think that you will stand with him despite what you've been saying. He says you're going to shoot for the takedown almost immediately.
I might shoot for the takedown, who knows, you know what I mean? I can shoot for the takedown where he can't, you know what I mean? I think that's the difference. I can keep him guessing, you know. I think that's the beauty of this sport. You know, you can mix it up a little bit, and that's where I think I have an advantage. To be honest, you know, I can shoot for the takedown or strike. He can't really do that. Yeah, he can shoot for the takedown. You know, we can all shoot for the takedown, but getting the takedown is different. You know.
Okay. And he's also said that your loss against Henderson did set a blueprint on how to beat Michael Bisping. What's your response?
Yeah, I did a conference call with Wanderlai, and he said all he's going to do in this fight is copy what Dan Henderson did.
Yeah.
And I never said it at the time because I wasn't that quick on the money. I never thought about it straight away. But he said, I just said some kind of answer like I said, yeah, don't worry, I've worked on my defence, all the rest of it. But what I should have said was, he said, I'm just going to copy Dan Henderson and I'm going to knock him out. I should have said, well, if that's the case, I'm going to copy Dan Henderson. But Dan Henderson knocked him out. Do you know what I mean? So if it works for him, then that works for me.
What did you take away from the Henderson fight? Obviously, there's a lot to learn with a knockout like that.
Yeah, you know, just to tighten my defence a little bit. You know, my left hand was dropping a little bit, so I've worked hard on that. Right. I've heard it for years. You know, my left hand's a lot, but you know, fortunately, I was getting through my fights. You know, without too much trouble. You know, it's when you get knocked out cold in front of millions of people, you simply think, oh, maybe that left hand should have been a bit higher.
All right.
Michael.
Good.
Sorry. With the fight against Wanderlai, and you got Quentin in your corner. Quentin's obviously fought him 3 times. You know, successful the last time you fought him. Any tips or anything that he's given you to help you in this fight?
Yeah, there's been lots. You know, many tips, many helpful strategies and things to do, things not to do. I'm obviously not going to repeat them right now, unfortunately, because you know I don't want to mess up my game plan and make it public to the world. And you know, Wanderlai might be watching this. But the main thing that Rampage has been telling me is, you know, he truly believes that I can beat him, and you know, he's trying to drill that into me to believe in myself, to know that I can beat him.
Yep.
You know, and that I'm a better fighter and I've got better skills and more well-rounded, and just basically it's my fight for the taking. You know, so he's been very positive to have around.
In terms of skills matching up, how do you see you matching up against Wanderlai?
To be honest, I think I'm a much more skillful fighter. But Wanderlai, you know, he's definitely a fighter in every sense of the word. He's got heart for days. He's very experienced. He's got very raw. He's got great raw power, you know. But I think when it comes down to skills and athletically, I think I'm better. You know, I do. I think I've got better stand-up, and I'm better all round in the game. But obviously, Wanderlai, you know, brings some definite problems to the table. You know, the prettiest, most technical style doesn't mean you're always going to win a fight. You know, I do believe I'm better technically and better rounded than him. But you know, does that mean I'm guaranteed to win the fight? No, it doesn't. You know, it's going to be a hard fight. I'm looking forward to it. But fingers crossed. You know, my skill, my technique, and my training and my preparations are going to get me through it.
Wanderlai said that he doesn't believe that you have power. What do you got to say to that?
I think you should go and ask a few guys that I knocked out in sparring with 16-ounce gloves on if I haven't got power. You know, so I've definitely got power. You know, I'm not going to be hitting the pads now, but if you did, you'd see it. I've got plenty of power, and he'll feel it Saturday night.
Is there anything in particular with Wanderlai that you have to be wary of? Is there any aspect of his?
In fact, can I just go back to addressing that thing about the power?
Yep.
A lot of people, you know, have talked about that, but I've fought a string of wrestlers back to back in the UFC, and when I first got into the UFC, my wrestling wasn't too great, so I was worried about being taken down and controlled, so I was kind of fighting on the back foot because I was worried about throwing a punch and a wrestler coming in underneath me and taking me down. So when you're fighting on the back foot a little bit and using the footwork and stepping off, things like that, it's hard to generate the power. Now I'm happy with my wrestling and I'm not scared of getting taken down. I'm planting my feet more and I'm throwing my shots, and you know, I'm not worried about Wanderlai taking me down. You know, definitely that ain't going to be happening.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm going to be generating more power. So what was the question?
I forgot now.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, like you're saying, with the power, every aspect of it, even if fighters that didn't have a lot of power, if they've got very good submission or wrestling, it doesn't mean they're necessarily going to lose the fight just because even if they didn't have power. How strong do you feel you are with your submissions?
Yeah, no, I strive to be well-rounded. You know, I train very hard in all areas of the MMA game. I'm constantly trying to improve. You know, you've got to keep evolving as a fighter. You know, to stay competitive and not become predictable.
Yeah.
And you know, without being disrespectful, I believe that's what Wanderlai has become. You know, he is predictable. We all know what he's going to do Saturday night. He's going to come out and punch like this. You know, he does it very well.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what he's going to do. I'm going to try and, you know, throw a few surprises in there.
Yeah. Okay. And what prediction for the
Prediction?
fight?
You know, I mean, I think I'm going to win. You know, I hope I'm going to win. You know, everyone on the internet's going to say how arrogant and big-headed I am for saying that. But what do you want me to say? You think I'm going to lose? No,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to lose. I haven't worked this hard, and my team hasn't worked that hard and put this much time and effort into it. For me to come all the way to Australia and lose. You know?
Yeah.
So fingers crossed. Sunday night you'll see me around Sydney having 1 or 2 beers celebrating.
No problem. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.